Good morning, everyone. My name is Tim Hague Sr. I'm a speaker, author. I have Parkinson's disease, and I'm a PD Avenger. Welcome to Coffee with Tim, a conversation of life and Parkinson's. So we are trying to see if we'll actually work this week. Last week we had real struggles with getting the stream here to go to Facebook. Went to YouTube, but not to Facebook. Seems to be doing the same thing this morning. So we're going to fuss around here a little bit, see if we can't get this to work, and we'll carry on. Just see what we can do here. If you are live with me, I would sure appreciate you giving me a shout in the chat, just to give me some idea of if we're actually functioning properly. Got ways of checking this, but it doesn't always give you the feedback that you hope for. So what I think we'll do is we'll just carry on here, and yeah. So it's been a bit of a week with weather in Winnipeg. It was plus 18 yesterday. Today it's plus 3. For my friends in the States, that would be like close to 70 degrees one day and just above freezing the next day. Not great, but we're surviving, doing well. This morning, the other day, we were sitting in the evening watching a movie, and I hear this horrible sound coming from the washing and dryer room, the laundry room. So I asked my wife, what in the world is that about? And my youngest daughter says that, the washing machine has been making this noise for a while. I'm like, oh, great. So I go in there, and of course, it sounds like a bearing. It's just screaming at me. So we had a repair guy come in today and had a look at it. And sure enough, the bearing's gone. The bearing's $160. If you can get it, which you can't. One more upside to COVID. Not available. And he said even if you could get it, it would cost you probably $500-600 to get it fixed. It's only an $800 washing machine. So and that was me almost spilling my coffee on Tim this morning. It looks like we'll run it till she drops and then look at repairing it. So I was tempted to be a little grumpy about all this morning. And then I recalled what I was doing last evening. And last evening I spoke for a group called the World Parkinson's Project, and this is a group out of Toronto, Canada, that supplies medications to people around the world who either have no access to it, the medications aren't available in their country, or can't afford it. And generally those two things go hand in hand. But nonetheless, sat through 2 hours of this presentation. I spoke for a small part of it and was just once again amazed at how poverty affects our world, how there are so many people who live with nothing, with truly nothing. And on top of that, will have a disease like Parkinson's disease. It's just absolutely mind-boggling that people have to live this way. And we spent 2 hours talking about how we change that and how we work at raising funds and working to get people who have nothing the medications that they need. And I've been to some of these places. Like I've been to northern India, right up near Nepal. It was just devastating poverty. And I can't imagine living in a place like that and having Parkinson's disease and not having any access to medication. I've been to Colombia, Nicaragua, very poor countries in South America. And I can't imagine living there with Parkinson's and not having access to medication. So this morning, as I think about, my washing machine, it truly is a first world problem. It truly is a problem that isn't a problem at all, because I can continue to use it. When it calves, when it breaks down entirely, we'll simply replace it because we have that ability. I don't worry about my meds because we've talked about the last couple of weeks that my meds haven't been working real great. Well, we've adjusted things and it looks like we're up to the dosage that I need to live well. Excuse me. Once again, first world problem. I need more meds. I can go get more meds. It's not a question of them being available, and it's not a question of me being able to afford them. We have the social safety nets in place. I have the cash that I need. I can just look after these things. It gets looked after. So it's just a reminder this morning that no matter how frustrating things can be in our lives, how annoying things like a washing machine can be, it truly is a first world problem that I really do need to take a step back and remind myself that my life is really quite good in so many ways, and that my problems don't hold a candle, don't even come close to the problems that other people have. So I wanted to touch on that this morning. I want to touch on a few other things that are coming up. There's a number of exciting things that I'm involved in, at least I think they're exciting, that I want to share with you, and hopefully we can do that here. So I'm going to share my screen and just go here. Give me 1 second. I think we can go here, and I believe you're seeing that. Here's hoping. Parkinson's Canada, there's a resilience webinar coming up next Thursday or Friday. It's the 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time that I'll be doing the keynote for, and we'll be talking about resilience and perseverance. We'll be talking about U-Turn Parkinson a little bit, PD Avengers, and lots of cool things. There'll be other speakers there. We're having a question and answer time on a panel, a webinar panel, and I'd really encourage you to tune in. Next April 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern, that is 2 o'clock. All right, it is 12 o'clock. They're ahead of us. 12 o'clock noon in Winnipeg, in Manitoba. So if you have the opportunity, check that out. Come hear what we're talking about and doing. There's a lot of cool stuff there. I really want to draw your attention to the World Parkinson's Congress virtual Congress this year. Every 3 years, we have a Congress somewhere in the world that brings together all the folks who are involved with Parkinson's in one way or the other. That is your scientists, your researchers, your doctors, your other healthcare staff, patients, caregivers, everyone. In 2022, it's going to be in Barcelona. We'll talk about that in a second. But this next month, May 17th to 21st, it's the first time we're holding a virtual Congress. And I would really encourage you to tune in for this. That it brings in so many different people. Brings so much information, allows researchers the opportunity to talk to people with Parkinson's to talk to and learn from researchers and all the things that are going on in the world of Parkinson's disease. Now, this one is $25. The Parkinson's Canada one is free. This one's $25, but it covers 5 days. I believe it's 3 or 4 hours per day of information that you could take in. So for $25, it's a pretty good deal. I'd really encourage you to take the time to check that out. The World Parkinson's Congress in 2022 is in Barcelona. I am planning on being there. And hablo español, attempting to speak some Spanish, far better than that, hopefully. And but it's a fantastic event. I would really encourage you to look at attending. It is, again, the Congress that you'll see this next month, only in person. And again, so many researchers, scientists, doctors, physios, OTs, nurses, everything to do with Parkinson's, as well as exercise group, wellness, just the whole 9 yards. And it's a great opportunity to network, to get to know other people with Parkinson's. The World Parkinson's Congress literally kicked off my advocacy within Parkinson's. It was in 2013, after we had won the race, that Parkinson's Canada invited me to the World Parkinson's Congress that was being held in Montreal that year. I got to go speak for 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes literally launched my speaking career, launched my advocacy, and has made me friends literally the world over. I have so many relationships around the world. It has led to U-Turn Parkinson's. It has led to the PD Avengers. It has led to so much in my life that has been so positive. And I'm a fan of the World Parkinson's Congress. And I'm a fan of traveling, as you know. So it encompasses both of those things for me. So if you can, check out WPC 2022. And I encourage you to look at the travel grants that are available. That helps folks get there if you need some assistance and whatnot. And then we'll hopefully see you in Barcelona. Now tomorrow, April 24th, here in Winnipeg. If you're a Manitoban and you're in the city in Winnipeg, I'd really invite you to come by tomorrow at 55 Henlow Bay. Go to the website, the address is there. Number 155 Henlow Bay, and celebrate with us our 5th birthday anniversary tomorrow with U-Turn Parkinson's. Thus the U-Turn Parkinson's swag today. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to have a drive-by birthday party where we'll be giving out some individually wrapped cupcakes, some swag. We'll have some t-shirts for you, some nice stuff. So come by, see us, wish us a happy birthday. We'll wish you a happy birthday. Make a donation if you haven't already. Go to uturnpd.org. You can make a donation there towards our birthday celebration this year, and come by and see us tomorrow. It's all going to be very COVID friendly, everything masked and distanced appropriately and whatnot. And yeah, we'd love to see you tomorrow. We're going to have a great time. All right, I think that's the end of sharing my screen. We'll just cancel that, and we'll see later if that actually worked the way that it should have. I am very paranoid. Well, Thomas, good morning. Hello from Maryland. Thomas, can you tell me, are you watching me on Facebook or are you on YouTube? I'm curious to know how we're streaming this morning. It's a bit of a challenge to figure this out all the time. I need my own personal assistant to keep me in shape here. Oh, you are on YouTube. I believe that's what that little symbol means there. Okay, well that tells me we're probably not on Facebook yet. So I still got work to do. All right, in the last thing I want to leave you with this morning, yeah, YouTube, perfect, Thomas. The last thing I want to leave you with this morning is if you're in Manitoba, and I guess this goes for the world over, you've all heard me talk about the PD Avengers. You know what that's about. Here in Manitoba, it's time for us to start our own little hub of PD Avengers, I think. There are just so many things that aren't happening here that need to be, that we need to become a bit of a voice for Parkinson's, stronger than what we have been. And the PD Avengers is all about that. U-Turn Parkinson's is all about that. We just haven't done it as much. So what I want to do is start a hub within U-Turn Parkinson's of the PD Avengers and start making a bit of noise here locally for the things that we need. I mean, I've got a buddy who talked to me this morning about starting a new med, Stalevo, which isn't on our pharmaceutical list here in Manitoba. Therefore, he has to pay for it out of pocket. That just shouldn't be, not here. That's not the way it works here. It shouldn't be the way that it works here. There are very few meds that he can take that actually work for him, that don't cause him far more grief. Sinemet is perfect for him. It works great, but Sinemet isn't available in Canada right now, and they keep pushing it back as to when it will be available. I don't know what the pharmaceutical is really doing, what Merck is really up to, but there are people who need that medication who are unable to get it, and I think that we need to start speaking to these things locally far more loudly than we have. So if you are a PD Avenger and would like to get involved with some advocacy work, I'd invite you to email me at tim@uturnpd.org, tim@uturnpd.org, and I will get you hooked up. We're gonna kick this off in the next few weeks, and I'd invite you to come join us. And if you are wherever you are in the world, and you are finding the same types of issues, you're saying, why don't we have medication available to us? Why don't we have DBS available to us? Why don't we have wellness programming available to us? Why don't we have exercise groups? Why don't we have support groups? Why don't we have better information? Why? Then it's time to become a PD Avenger, and it's time to begin asking those questions locally and seeing how you can activate your people on the ground where you live to see change for Parkinson's in your life and in the lives of those that live around you. So I could stay on that stump for a long, long time, but I'm not going to. We'll leave it with that for now. But I want to encourage you that that we need to get active. We need to get much more loud than we have been, and people need to know that we are here, that we have a cause that is worthy. Because remember, Parkinson's is the fastest growing neurological disease in the world. 10 million people worldwide, 1 million in the United States, 100,000 across Canada, 6,000 in Manitoba. Canada has the highest incidence of Parkinson's in the world. Manitoba has the highest incidence of Parkinson's in Canada. We need to be much, much louder in speaking on our own behalf and on behalf of others living with Parkinson's right now, because it's only going to get worse. And we can't wait until the wheels completely fall off this thing and that we double in the number of people living with Parkinson's as it's projected to be. It's projected that in the next 15 to 20 years, the rate of Parkinson's across the world will double. And that just can't be. We have to speak to it. We have to get involved. We have to make governments aware, and we have to demand that more is done on behalf of the Parkinson's community. All right, lots of things to think about there this morning. I want to thank you for tuning in. I apologize again for the struggles on Facebook. Hopefully you catch it on YouTube or catch the link later on. But until next week, hug the ones you love, stay on your journey, persevere, because this race, your race, can be won as well. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.